would be talking about the number systems. Now, from the emergence of human civilization, the one thing that humankind have learned was counting. We started with counting our fingers, we then started counting stars and every possible thing that we thought would be countable. That is how the numbers started into human civilization. So the number systems then developed into different representations, and then the computer generation kicked off and a lot of technological advancement came. Along with it was the numbers and the systems and the way the computer represented each numbers. Now there are human understandable numbers, and that is then converted to the computer understandable numbers. Now we know that computer understands only one number, that is 0 and 1. So that is how the data representation have started. In this video, we'll be learning the 4 basic number systems that the computer interprets. Now look into the board. We have decimal number system, we have binary number system, we have octal number system, and we have hexadecimal number system. Now coming to our decimal number system, they are all having a base value. Our decimal number system is represented by base 10, a binary number system is represented by base 2, an octal number system is represented by base 8, a hexadecimal number system is represented by base 16. Now when it comes to decimal number system, it is 0 to 9, like the 10 fingers of a hand. Example as shown in the board. Then we have a binary number system. It consists of 2 values, one is 0 and the other one is 1. These base values are very important to represent these numbers. Okay. Now the octal number system is between 0 to 7, that is 8 numbers, and the hexadecimal number system are basically the alphanumeric number system that we use for our passwords. We have 0 to 7 and we have capital A to capital F, that is A, B, C, D, E, F. Combination of the decimal values and the alphabetical values makes it a hexadecimal number system, which is having a base 16. Now in this video, we will also learn to convert various bases to the other base. Okay, because this is quite important when you understand the number systems. We'll be learning the conversions, we'll be learning a conversion table, and then we'll be learning how to add binary values. Okay, so now let us look into the first conversion, that is decimal to binary conversion, that is from base 10 to base 2. Now I've taken an example, that is 19 as a decimal value. I've given the base value as you can see. Okay, now to convert a decimal number system to a binary number system, the simplest way is to do an LCM, of the decimal number. For example, here as you can see in the example 19, I have started dividing the values with 2, the way we do our LCM, and I have started collecting the remainders at each step. Now when I collect the remainders, how would I arrange the remainders? These remainders are my binary values. As you can see, it only consists of 1 and 0. So we then consider starting from the most significant bit, or MSB. The last one is the most significant bit, that is 1. So we start collecting from the most significant bit to the least significant bit, that is LSB. So that means 19 base 10 is equivalent to 1, 0, 0, 1, 1 base 2. That is how we convert a decimal to binary number system. Okay, so the next conversion would be from decimal to octal. That means we'll be converting from base 10 to base 8. Now look into this example. We are converting 266 base 10 to base 8. The same procedure that we have done for decimal to binary conversion, we'll be doing an LCM method, but we'll be dividing it with 8. Now when you do that, again the same technique, we'll be collecting the most significant bit, that is the last value, until the least significant bit. That means when you convert 266 base 10 to base 8, we get 4 as a remainder, 1 for one step and 2 for the other step. That means the first step we get a remainder 2, the second step we get a remainder 1. So therefore 266 base 10 is equivalent to 412 base 8. So this is a decimal conversion to octal. So the next conversion would be from decimal to hexadecimal, that is from base 10 to base 16. Now as you can see in this example, 423 base 10 to base 16. Now when you convert that in the LCM step, now we are doing that with 16. For decimal to binary, we did the LCM by 2. For decimal to octal, we did the LCM by 8. And for decimal to hexadecimal, we do the LCM by 16. Okay. Now, when you do that, in the remainder, we got 7, 10, and 1. Now, as hexadecimal is a combination of decimal values, that is 0 to 9, and alphabetical values, that is capital A to capital F. So, hence, the value 10 is converted to A. Now, how this conversion is done? This conversion is then explained with the conversion table that I will be showing you at the end of this video. So now, when this is done, we collect the most significant bit to the least significant bit, and we convert 10 to A, as because 10 was the remainder in one of the steps. So then we get 423 base 10 gets converted to 1 capital A 7 base 16. So this is how a decimal conversion to a hexadecimal is done. Okay, so the next conversion is binary to decimal. The first conversion we have done was decimal to binary. Now this is the vice versa one. So that means we are converting from base 2 value to base 10. So I've taken an example of a base 2 value, that is 10110, and this number will be converting to a decimal value. Now how to do that? Now when we have this, the decimal to other number system, we actually did work with a LCM conversion, but here we'll be taking the positional value system, and then we'll be using the power to the 2, as because we are converting from binary to decimal. So as you know, the positive positional value system for the first value is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, likewise. Okay, and after point it would be -1, -2, -3, and likewise. So now for this, as we have given the position values, the positional values of the power, the first value is 1, so 1 into 2 to the power 4. Next is 0, 0 into 2 to the power 3, that is 2q. As we know, 0 multiplied by any number is 0, but still I am showing it so that you can understand. Then is 1 again, 2 square into 2 square, then again 1 into 2 to the power 1, then 0, 0 into 2 to the power 0. Now when we add this value, we get 22 base 10. So this is how we convert a binary number system to a decimal number system. That means understanding the position of the binary value and then putting it as the value of n, that is 2 to the power n. So n would be the power as a position. That is how we convert a binary value to a decimal value. Okay, so the next conversion would be octal to decimal, that is base 8 to base 10. Now look into this example. This process is again similar to the process of the previous conversion that we have done. Okay, that is binary to decimal. Again, we'll be using the power and multiplication of that particular value and its position. So we have got 372. So if we arrange 372 from right to left, if we put the position of its power, we get 0, 1, 2. And that is how we then put the power to 8. For binary to decimal, we have given the power to 2. Okay, that is 2 to the power n. Here it would be 8 to the power n, as because we are converting from octal to decimal, and the base value of octal is 8. So that is how you do it. So then we have the multiplication procedure has been given. The first value is 3, so 3 into 8 square, as that position is of 2, that would be the power. Next is 7, 7 into 8 to the power 1. Next is 2, 2 into 8 to the power 0. Now as you know, any value n to the power 0 always is 1. So hence we have these calculations and we get the value as 250 base 10. That is 372 base 8 is equal to 250 base 10. That is how we convert octal to decimal. Okay, so the next conversion is from the hexadecimal number to the decimal number. Now again is base 16 to base 10. As we are doing the last two conversions, again we will be using the positional values and we will do the power to the n. Now here n is 16 as because we are converting from base 16 to base 10. So look into this example 356. Now I have put here two examples. One is this with the value 356 and the other is this with the value 2AF16. Why? Because as we know that hexadecimal is both combination of numbers and alphabets. So let us first look with the numbers. Here when we do take the position value system, that is 0, 1 and 2 respectively for 3, 5 and 6. We do 3 into 16 to the power 2, that is 16 squared, 5 into 16 to the power 1, 6 into 16 to the power 0. When we do the addition, we get 854 base 10. So therefore 356 base 16 is equivalent to 854 base 10. Now let's come to the second example where I put the alphabets even. So here we have got two alphabets 2AF. Now when you have the alphabets, now how do you do the conversion? The alphabets are then converted into decimal values. Now I said that you need to watch until the end of the video to look into a table where the alphabet conversions are done to decimals. So here alphabet A stands for 10 and alphabet F stands for 15. So we take the positions, that is 0, 1 and 2, then 16 to the power to those values, that is 2 into 16 square, 10 that is A into 16 to the power 1, 15 that is F into 16 to the power 0, and we get the total value as 687 base 10. So therefore 2AF base 16 is equivalent to 687 base 10.